What's up, guys?
The big question everybody has is, did you get your house yet?
I looked today. That's what I was doing all day today. I was looking. Not yet. Saw a couple things I like, but not yet.
We saw you and Bisping and Sarah, you guys got to go outside the safe zone a little bit. How do you guys get approved to do that? How does that work that you guys can head out of the bubble and that sort of thing? Can we get approved?
Yeah. You're stuck here, unfortunately. We're filming. We were filming a show yesterday, so we went out and, we did some fun things. How do we get to do it?
Does it require, like,
I mean, that was part of it.
So much over-the-top stuff here. Just curious.
We knew we were doing that when we came. You know, same protocol. Everybody that we were in contact with and everybody that had anything to do with us was tested multiple times. I mean, realistically, Abu Dhabi is the safest place in the world. You know, leaving the safe zone is because they don't want us to leave the safe zone. That's what that has to do with it. They don't want us outside of the safe zone while this thing's going on. But, you know, we got some stuff worked out, and, you know, they made it sure that everybody that we were in contact with was tested multiple times. And I think we're aware of how many times I've been tested.
I know you don't always talk numbers, but there was a report that came out this week that UFC 251 did north of 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. I'm curious if you can confirm that report, if you might want to take a victory lap of sorts, if that's the number.
Well, it was a very successful event, and you know, we're happy. This thing killed it across the board in every way you could possibly kill it. So it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. The thing did really well.
What do you take out of it? I mean, when you post a number like that, that's one of the biggest ever. I mean, what lessons do you take out of it? Was it Masvidal's addition? Is it, you know, Fight Island? I mean, what lessons did you take out of it?
Well, I said it to you guys the other night. I think when you put on a fight, you know, a successful promotion of an event, you know, it's this big melting pot of different things. You know, Fight Island was a massive star in this thing. Masvidal was a massive star. Obviously, Usman, you know, the champion and a guy that, you know, we're all starting to realize is tough to beat, and a great card underneath it. And, you know, it all came together perfectly, and it was a major success. Everybody's healthy. I mean, it's all good. Literally not one negative thing that I could point out. You know, as I've been talking to people, especially here from Abu Dhabi that were involved in the event, you know, I've had meetings since the fight, and they're like, well, what could we do better next time? I'm like, I wish I could tell you something negative. I wish I could tell you something that didn't go perfect and that wasn't perfect. Everything here has been perfect. And when you think about this safety zone that we're in, from the restaurants to the, you know, the hotels and the service and everything else, it literally could not be done better than this. If you look at all the other places, California just shut down again, you know, and what's going on in the States, you couldn't execute a better event with better facilities, with better, you know, food for everybody, and the list just goes on and on. It could not be better.
I would agree with that. I know that we've got 3 fight cards left, but people are already starting to talk about when we come back here. You've got some fighters saying that they've heard maybe October that they'll be fighting out here. Are you ready to say, yes, we're going to have another run of events out here in October?
Not officially. Not officially. But yes, we're going to have another run of events out here. I mean, it's just, if you look at what's going on in the world, like I told you guys before, I don't see this light, you know, changing anytime soon.
Yeah. We turn around from the pay-per-view. We got a Wednesday night fight card right away. How did this come together to put one together? Was it just because you're trying to capitalize on Fight Island, or do you see more midweek events happening in the future with ESPN? How did this come together?
What do you mean?
For doing a Wednesday event. I mean, it's happened before, but it's not something that happens a lot. So is this something we'll see on Fight Island, or are we going to see more of this in the schedule?
Well, you know, we're still catching up with our schedule, too. So we caught up with our schedule in the United States, and now we have to catch up with our schedule here, I guess what you could call the rest of the world, with these international events. Because off the top of my head, I can't remember, but we were supposed to be doing a Brazilian show, you know, Australian show, and, you know, all these different shows that were supposed to happen. You know, we owe all these kids fights. We got to get these kids fights.
While you've been out here, have you had a chance to speak with Khabib yet and catch up with him and see how he's doing?
No, I'm not messing with Khabib. I'm leaving him alone until he's ready to talk, and letting him mourn and, you know, do what he has to do. I reached out to him, you know, the day of, and I haven't heard back from him since. So
I know the tentative plan was to maybe have him fight in September. I mean, that's already just like 2 months away. Do you think that's off the table at this point, or is it still a possibility?
I don't think it's off the table. Just waiting to hear from him.
Yeah. And last thing for me, the one that everybody's hammering me about, Adesanya and Costa. We know the fight's happening. We just haven't gotten an announcement. What's the holdup, and when can we expect to know when that fight's going to take place?
Well, there's no holdup. We just haven't done it yet. There's no holdup. We're focused on this here on Fight Island. It's like I'm not thinking about anything else other than this right now. We have fights laid out till, where's Mick? Did he leave? Yeah. Mick looks like he's been laying by the pool all day. He must have went back. We have fights laid out till October, so our schedule's already made. We're way ahead of this thing, and when it's time, we'll announce it.
Hey, Dana. I know there was a lot of things that went into the success of UFC 251, but does it cement Masvidal as one of your biggest stars?
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big star.
Marlon Moraes said that he has accepted a fight with Cody Garbrandt in October. Does that leave the path open for Aljamain Sterling to get a title shot at PTR?
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't pulled that trigger yet.
But would there be anyone else in that division apart from Sterling that makes a logical choice right now?
I don't know. I'm not even thinking about it. If you guys ask me about any other fighters or any other fights, I'm not even there.
Last one from me. It's Conor McGregor's birthday today. I wonder if you've had any sort of dialogue with him since his retirement, and if you've spoken to him at all.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
It's Conor McGregor's birthday today, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to ask you, have you spoken to him at all since his retirement, and have you had any dialogue with him at all?
No, none. Happy birthday, Conor.
Cheers.
Speaking of another fighter that has announced that retirement, Amanda Nunes, have you ever talked to her? Because you mentioned that you're planning on talking to her about her future.
Amanda Nunes? Have I talked to her about her future?
Yeah.
I haven't. No, we haven't talked.
Yeah.
My whole focus has been here.
Okay, so speaking about Abu Dhabi fights, on Sunday you weren't very happy with the judges. Are you planning on changing anything on that aspect, and judges and referees?
No, whatever we had planned for here is planned, you know? And no matter who you bring in or what you do, there's always the possibility of bad decisions, you know? Did you guys see today that FanDuel, if you bet with FanDuel, they gave you your money back on Max Holloway? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So that there goes to show you.
Okay, last one for me. You have mentioned many times that you're planning on sharing your protocol with other leagues. Bellator is coming back later this month. Are you planning? Would you be willing to share your protocols with them as well?
Yeah, well, we sent it to many other MMA organizations. I doubt Bellator is going to be calling me, asking me for any protocols. But sure, yeah, we would.
Hi, Dana.
Hi.
I just found out that Davison is still flying over here. He's still on the plane. Are you still concerned about his weight?
Yes. I was concerned about his weight anyway. So.
Because he's not going to have a lot of time.
Yeah. We're always concerned about his weight.
Also, Jessica Andrade, she's still here, and she said that she might sub if some fighter maybe doesn't make weight or something happens. Are you concerned about the female fighters?
What's that question?
Jessica Andrade, she said that she might.
Yeah, Jessica. Yeah, she hit me up and said, I'm already training again and ready to go. She's a little beast. Am I concerned about? No, I'm not concerned about somebody, and we need her for backup, but that's just her mentality, and that's just what a little badass she is. Yeah, she hit me up too and said, I'm ready to fight again if you need me.
Last one for me. Nevada shut down. California shut down today again. Are you concerned about the Vegas shows? Because
yes.
You are? Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Is there a backup plan for that?
Thinking about it now. I mean, my backup plan would be Fight Island. You know, we might be living here.
Is it doable to do all those events here, the August ones? Is it possible to bring those events here next month?
Anything is possible. If Nevada shuts down and doesn't allow us to do fights in Nevada, yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Abu Dhabi. I can't hear when you have the mic.
Would you push back a little bit? I mean, if Nevada shuts down, if the athletic commission doesn't allow it on the Apex, would you have to push back maybe some weekends?
I hope not. I hope not. No, I mean, listen, we've proved that we can do these things in Nevada or anywhere safely. So hopefully we get to keep doing what we do in Nevada, and we can keep coming to Abu Dhabi for international fights. That's what I'm hoping. So. But yes, I'm thinking about what happens if we get shut down and what's next.
Dana, just one more. This year you've spent so much money on all the COVID tests and all the protocols you've had to do, but you've also been the only sport able to go. In terms of your business this year, how successful is the UFC doing?
The brand has never been bigger or stronger than it is right now. I mean, if you look at the ratings and the amount of promotion and the amount of, I don't know if you guys felt it the other day like we felt it, but you had to feel it in your business. My social media, my personal social media, was off the charts, the biggest numbers that I've ever pulled, ever. UFC's social media numbers are off the charts. The traffic. I told you guys the other day, merchandise, we've already sold more merchandise this year than we did all of 2019. We already crushed that number from 2019. And the list goes on and on. So, obviously in a lot of ways this has affected our business. There's no gate. That's $110 million in that ballpark. And some other things, but we're still rolling, and we're seeing, you have to look at the value that's being built in the brand, the amount of people that you're probably converting to be, fans that probably never watched before, and the list goes on and on. But we're gonna do a full analysis of the brand and what's going on right now with the sport.
So really, you'll only be able to know how successful this year was, like maybe in 2 years when everything's back to normal and you can see how many people you retained from this year and this attention.
Yeah, listen, it's impossible for it not to be good. It's all a good thing. So there's more people that are aware of this sport than ever before, and not just in the United States but globally.
Sorry, one more. You've said how amazed you were by looking at Amanda Ribas performing.
Yeah.
Do you think she looks better at 115 or 125?
She looks great at both. I mean, it's hard to criticize her in any way, shape, or form. She's incredibly talented and has an amazing personality. She's got the whole package.
Thank you.
Dana, last one. Susie, the UFC makeup artist, she announced, I think, last week that she has breast cancer, and she started a GoFundMe. A lot of fighters are donating money for her. Do you have any status on her? An update on maybe if the UFC also helping her?
I've been helping her for 5 years. Yeah, we've been helping her for 5 years. But I don't have any updates on her, but yeah. Cool? Thank you, guys.